The Philippine Air Force reintroduced the acquisition of heavy-lift helicopter acquisition projects under the second list of Horizon 2 phase. Max Defense issued information that the notice of award was awarded to either Sov Techno Export or Rosoboron Export, which offered Mi-171Sh medium military helicopter. The Philippine Air Forces has been planning for the acquisition of heavy-lift helicopter way back 1970s, but in 1978, the US government considered selling a new variant of Chinook helicopter, the CH-47D Chinook helicopter, instead of 36 units of de Havilland Canada DHC-5 Buffalo, a fixed-wing utility transport turboprop aircraft. If signed, by year 1981 the Philippine Air Force could have been operating heavy-lift helicopter. In 1995, the government created a law known as AFP Modernization Act and listed the heavy-lift helicopter. With weak economy, the entire modernization program did not push through. In 2012, the government signed Republic Act 10349, also known as the revised AFP Modernization Program, which covers 15 years from 2013 to 2027, and the heavy-lift helicopter listed as part of the Horizon 3 phase, on which will begin from 2022 to 2027. For a third time, the CH-47 Chinook helicopter again eyed to be the Philippine Air Force's heavy-lift helicopter. Along with this include Augusta Westland AW101, medium-lift helicopters like the Airbus H225M Caracal, and Russian helicopters Mi-171Sh HIP. Max Defense sources said that President Duterte was not in favor of acquiring the Sikorsky S-70I Black Hawk, wherein 16 units were ordered worth less than 13 billion Philippine peso, but in the end, President Duterte allowed it to push through with condition for the Philippine Air Force to buy helicopters to Russia, either transport or attack helicopter. The Philippine Air Force re-evaluated the heavy-lift helicopter acquisition project with some changes that in the end the Russian helicopter Mi-171 met the requirements, and Russia agreed to sell 16 Mi-171 helicopters with potential donation of 1 Mi-171 helicopter for VIP requirements, for 12.8 billion Philippine peso budget. While Boeing can only offer 9 helicopters under foreign military sales and direct commercial sales program. Negotiations started in 2018 with Russia's Rosoboron Export, along with the issue of countering America's adversaries through Sanctions Act by the United States. In March 2020, the Department of Foreign Affairs reported that some officials of the Defense Department went to Moscow and met with Sov Techno Export officials and inspect the Russian helicopters. The notice of award is said to be awarded in favor of the Russian government third quarter of 2020. No information released yet if it was for Sov Techno Export or Rosoboron Export. The Philippine Air Force chose the Russian helicopter despite being a medium-lift helicopter rather than the required heavy-lift helicopter. It is still unknown why the Philippine Air Force declared it as heavy-lift helicopter. It was originally part of the Horizon 3 phase. Will the Philippine Air Force plan of buying another batch of heavy-lift helicopter for Horizon 3 phase? The Philippine Army also is said to be acquiring helicopter for their own. Both Boeing CH-47F Chinook and Mi-171 helicopter have been offered to them, but the Philippine Army, especially the Army Aviation Regiment, is in favor of acquiring the Boeing CH-47F Chinook helicopter. But it is said to be not a priority, as they wanted to procure a fleet of combat utility, scout and attack helicopter first before acquiring the heavy-lift helicopters.